Ever had a tough time deciding between a dress and a kurta? Here is an easy tutorial to make a glamorous piece of garment that is both dress and a kurta. To begin with, download the draft from our website as per your required size: a hip curve scale, measuring tape, a marking pen, a pair of scissors, a piece of fabric. The size of the fabric will depend on the size of the garment you are making. Here we have taken a piece of fabric measuring 45 inches width into 2 meters to create an extra small-sized kurta, pins and bias tape. Now we will briefly take you through the parts of the draft. This is a top shoulder fold line. This is the neckline. Note the curved line running through the middle of the draft. It is a side seam that starts from the armhole to hip line. Moving on to the piece of fabric, fold it lengthwise and widthwise to get one continuous piece as shown in the video. Pin it in place. Place the draft on the top side of the fabric, aligning the shoulder fold as shown in the video. Pin the draft to the fabric. Outline the draft on the fabric piece with a marker pen. Cut along the marked curves. Make 3 points on the fabric corresponding to the points on the draft. Remove the pins and the draft. Join the 3 points using the hip curve to shape the side seam. Pin the curve along the points to make a similar curve on the other side. Turn the fabric to the other side and place the draft, aligning all the edges. Mark 3 points on the 3 holes. Join the points using the hip curve. Take out the pins and open the fabric lengthwise. Pin both the curves on either sides of the neck. Now, we will bind the round edges and the neckline. We will use the Usha Janomi binding foot for binding. You can watch our binding foot video to familiarize yourself with the foot. Remove the normal presser foot and snap on the binding foot. Turn the stitch selector dial to A and the stitch length to 2.5. Begin with the neckline. We will be using bias tape for this purpose. Use a thread color that matches your binding strip. Cut the edges at a 45-degree angle to help you insert the bias tape into the foot. Insert the strip into the foot's groove, as shown in the video. Push the bias strip inside with the help of a pin and pull it from the other end, like this. Do a few stitches on the strip to ascertain where the stitches are being made. Pull the other end a little and insert the edges of the fabric in between the folded strip. Sew the bias strip onto the neckline as shown. Cut off the extra bias tape. Continue sewing over the first bias tape and cut off the excess tape. Similarly, sew the bias strip along the 2 sides of the fabric. Change the foot to the normal presser foot. Also change the thread to match the color of the fabric. Remember to change the bobbin and thread the machine properly. Next, we will sew along the marked lines, one after the other. Remember to lock stitch the edges while sewing. Remove the pins as you sew. Look how the binding adds a glamorous design element to the garment, besides giving it a fine, professional-looking finish. Well done! You have created a gorgeous dress fit for runways and fashion magazines. A formal occasion, party, or a day out with friends. This dress will make you stand out everywhere. Now all you need to do is flaunt it, capture and create your Instagram moment.